Hey, in this video, I wanted to talk about leveraging social media and forum marketing. Once again, I'm going to use my gaming channel, GamerDanCam, as an example. We see here the video manager for GamerDanCam, and we have the videos sorted from newest to oldest. And the three newest videos is Loot 2.0 drops to date, Witch Doctor Firebats Plague Bats build, and Wizard build Ray of Frost No APOC. These three videos I created this month, and I actually took, 20 minutes to market them, roughly 20 minutes or so. I do have a Facebook fan page, and I suggest that you create one yourself. But I just very recently created this, and this is not something that was leveraged and used to drive all that traffic. Same thing with Twitter. I haven't even started using it yet. I haven't tweeted. Hasn't tweeted yet. I do have a Google Plus page. It has some plus ones or some likes. You notice though that my posts don't really have plus ones, don't have comments. I'm not really likely to be getting much traffic through here, especially since those videos aren't even listed here. They are right here. Google Plus, though, is better for their communities. You can search for communities. You can search all of Google Plus. You can create a community. And I've actually joined more than just a couple communities. And I think what happened, I joined like 5 or 7. And I think what happened is I joined those communities and I posted links to my videos. And apparently these communities don't like that, which I find laughable at best. I really do. But this is the learning phase. But let me just talk about why I think it's laughable or ridiculous. One of the communities had like 250,000 members, and I posted a couple sentences and a link to my video on Diablo 3, and I put it in there, wouldn't you know it, their Let's Play gameplay footage, videos, and images section of their community. One would think that would be where it should go. It was removed. And the reason I was told it was removed was because it didn't live up to their standards. And their standards apparently are that they want you to write a little book worth of information because, as they say, they don't like having their users having to click through to an article or watch a video to learn what it is that you're trying to say. They should be able to do that from within the community, and people don't have the time to read articles elsewhere. Well, that's all a bunch of bullshit. If I put a 2 or 3 page write-up in their Google community, a person would have to read it there, or they would have to click through the link and read it somewhere else. I mean, that's all there is to it. So going into a video gaming community and posting a link to a Diablo 3 Wizard or Witch Doctor spec build video for a recent released major patch to the video game into their video game or images or Let's Play section of their video game community seems incredibly appropriate. So the reason I say that it's just total bullshit is because they either haven't got any idea what they're talking about, or really what they're trying to do is they just want to have a lot of high value content in their community for the search engines to index and to help their community rank well and get more organic traffic and therefore grow even larger. And I understand that, but I don't appreciate it. It's just very idiotic for the reasons that I already said. I'm not going to recap myself for a third time. And anyway, my point here is that, you live and learn. So I'm going to go back and post in those communities again, but in the future, I'll just take care to, write a few paragraphs and, put a few thoughts down on paper and see what happens. And they might remove me again, but you know what? I have ways of dealing with that. And that's not really the topic of this video. Maybe I'll talk about that type of stuff in some other video. But in any case, in addition to leveraging YouTube communities, or Google Plus communities, you can do the same thing in other places. Anywhere where there's a community, a Facebook fan page, people talking about something that's relevant, you can potentially link to your content. It's usually frowned upon, so you have to learn certain ways of doing it so that it doesn't come across spammy or cheap or quote self-promotional. By the way, that's kind of another reason why it's kind of a lot of BS, because in this day and age, the only way most people can get traffic is in fact by self-promoting or by reaching out to people that are in their same market or an adjacent complementary market, and then essentially forming a partnership with them, or by buying the traffic like through Google AdSense. They're really, and you can also leverage other things like YouTube and a number of other things. You can create your own podcast and stuff like that. But the point is, it's very, very difficult to get traffic these days. You can't just decide, I'm going to make a gaming website and then just make a gaming website. And then, oh, it's fantastic. Look at how pretty and sparkly my gaming website is. It's amazing. And look at all this amazing content. Well, there's probably 100,000 other gaming websites, and without the social signals coming from the internet, without the backlink profiles, without anybody anywhere mentioning anything about your website, lots of luck to you. Okay, but again, that's not the topic of this video, so let's just move on from there. I believe I mentioned the use of forums as well, and here's a forum on the website diablofans.com, and diablofans.com is all about Diablo 3. Most of my videos in GamerDanCam are on Diablo 3. The last 3 videos that I created are on Diablo 3, which, by the way, I just want to very quickly show you. I do have videos that have a decent number of views, nothing too terribly impressive, but a decent number of views. I actually have more views than this, but I've deleted a lot of videos. I only have 75 videos in here right now. I've created well over 100. I've created like 105, 110, but some of them, just weren't performing very well, or just sucked, or just for one reason or another, I deleted them. All right, so, okay, I went over to diablofans.com, and they actually have a forum for a lot of things. They have general discussion, PvP, hardcore, trading. These are probably going to be deleted soon because trading is no longer possible in the game. So I initially created a post and I put it in the general discussion, and it later got moved to the Witch Doctor forum because it was actually a video on a Witch Doctor spec for a recent version of the game. And if we look down here for GamerDanCam. So I recently created a profile on this forum, uploaded my YouTube avatar picture, and I created this forum post, and you can see that I have no replies, but just shy of 7,000 views. Barely put any work at all into the post. And you know what? One of the reasons why I didn't go out and write a page or two wasn't just in the interest of time. It was also because I figured that I would have a better click-through rate. Now, the fact that I linked to the character builder, maybe I should just delete that. I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of things that goes into this stuff, everything from, how good your title is to how you format your content, has an effect on, the click-through rate, the average time spent on page, the bounce rate, all this other stuff. But again, all subjects that are not for this video. So on February 25th, patch 2.0.1 came out for Diablo 3, and it was a very major patch. And since then, Diablo fans created a new category or a new section of their website for builds, which they put right here. And when you click through to the builds, you'll see this stuff for the different classes that are currently in the game, and they're probably going to add a 6th one for the Crusader that's coming with the Reaper of Souls expansion that is due out in 5 days. And if we click on the Witch Doctor, they currently feature 3 different builds, and GamerDanCam provided a replacement for the Cloud of Bats build. So being featured isn't such a bad deal. Okay, now bear in mind, guys, I spent well under an hour on these promotions. All right. And I might have been rewarded by being banned or at least removed from some communities. But you know what? Bottom line, it's actually pretty difficult to earn much of a living with a gaming channel. You know, I really need a website and I need affiliate links and I need to do a lot of stuff that I'm probably not going to do. Like when I go through all that trouble, I'm going to do that for a completely different business, a business that's going to be about marketing small businesses. If, you know, you can believe that, you know, all the videos that I've done here in this channel, any of you that really know me, especially in the last few years, I'm sure that doesn't come as a shock. But in any case, get out there, you know, learn to leverage the internet. You know, I don't really care if you're up to your ears in business or if you are barely scraping by. If you're not leveraging your avenues of marketing, you're leaving, I mean, you're not doing as much business as you could be doing. There's some other stuff along these lines that I wanted to talk about. I'm pretty sure this video is too long as it is, so I'm not even going to talk about being a contributor to your local newspaper or things of that nature here in this video, but maybe I will talk about that a little bit in some upcoming videos here shortly. And I just want to leave you with this thought. If we add up 3,276, 2,062, which by the way, I've had an increase in views just since I've been recording this video. Not a whole lot of views, but they have gone up a few. But anyway, right here, we're looking at over 5,300 views. You know, when you pack up for the day, you know, you get your laptop computer and you have your little PowerPoint presentation and you've got your flow chart and your flip chart and your easel and your whatever stuff. And you hit the road and you go down to the client site and you pitch to them how wonderful your product is or your service is and why they should do this and why they should spend money with you and why, you know, you're the right choice, and they sign on the dotted line. You know, that's great. That's a sale. That's awesome. As they say, the pen is mightier than the sword. You know, if you take the time to make that same presentation, but from a little bit more of a generic standpoint, rather than having it specifically tailored to a particular client or to a particular client's needs, and you record it as a video and you put it on YouTube, and then you get over 5,000 views within just a few weeks, that's effectively having the same conversation with over 5,000 people. Is that worth your time? This should be a pretty easy answer. That about wraps up this video, guys. Take care. We'll see you next time.